Hello, hello. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Um, so, at the end of the last time, Raban was wanting to talk to us alone. So here we are to wait for him to talk to him alone. I wonder what he's gonna ask of us or say. You don't suppose it'll relate to, him staying in Ala Mhigo rather than going back to Ul'dah, do you?
Apologies for the wait. People are screaming for the butcher's blood again. No sooner have we broken up one mob than another forms. Thankfully, all have been amenable to reason, thus far.
Seems legit.
But it is no concern of yours.
You sure about that? Clyde's Ala Mhigo.
We must speak of the men Arenvald and his comrades apprehended in the peaks.
By their uniforms, the captives were first judged to be Imperial troops. But after further investigation, their true identities came to light. I dare say you remember Yuyuhasi and Laurentius, the fugitives who conspired with Captain Ilberd in the Crystal Brave's betrayal. Aye, well, it would seem they followed him all the way to the wall. It was they who orchestrated the slaughter of the resistance fighters prior to the Griffin's infernal ritual.
Were it in your hands, how would you punish these men?
Execution is not the answer. Hell to the no. Their lives would be forfeit.
Hear, hear. There is no more fitting sentence for the perpetrators of such a massacre, and that is but one of their crimes. In any event, I thank you for your honesty. When the time comes for the Alliance to pass judgment, I'll see that your opinion is heard. Well, that concludes our business here. But there is more I would say. Walk with me.
Yes, my dogs are barking off the hook. I swear, if it's not 5 a.m., I can't get a peaceful moment.
I bear a share of the blame for Ilberd's atrocities. Had I openly supported the cause of Ala Mhigan liberation, he might not have felt driven to do what he did. Things could have been different, and I'm sorry they aren't. But even after all that has happened, my homeland is free. With the Scions and the Alliance at their side, my countrymen have reclaimed what many thought lost forever. Under her new leadership, I have every confidence that Ala Mhigo will emerge from the shadow of the Empire and rise once more to greatness. Which means my work here is done. Soon I will return to Ul'dah and take my place at the Sultana's side.
Father...
I'll not deny there's a part of me that wants to stay. The same part that contemplated renouncing my rank and joining you as a wandering sellsword.
Everyone wants to be an adventurer with Clyde. I wouldn't mind it. Could use some more beef in the Scions.
But I pledged my blade to Nanamo, and I will not betray that oath.
Is this truly what you want, Father?
It is. Ever has my sword been hers to command, and ever shall it remain. Thank you for lending an ear. When all the rest are clamoring for me to stay, I trust you'll send me on my way.
Okay, but what if the Sultana came over and was like, hey, Raban, stay in Ala Mhigo? What would you do then? I guess you'd have to stay in Ala Mhigo. Oh, Arval showed up. On your way to the Saltery at this time of night. You've dealt with the Kalina before. Yeah, I killed their god. And, oh. I always get a little bit confused about where stuff is when they start talking. So, like, at the... Well, they said at the city gates, right? And, like, the residential section's, like, here, so this gate would be, you know, like, there, but it was, like, right where we were, but apparently they mean the gates to the palace, so... I mean, there is a city in there, like, we ran through it when we did Ala Mhigo the dungeon, but, whatever. The blue snake women. Well, they wear blue. We're being too nice. We should just kill them on the spot because they are tempered. Do 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 do. Because they're tempered. Alright, so we got a coffer for a Dairyo Miyaku weapon. And we don't need that because we've got I-385 weapons that I made for Clyde. One of which he made himself. The benefits of having a crafter leveled. So I'm just going to use it for a glam piece. I'm going to use it for a glam piece on Dark Knight because we've been rocking this Serpent Elite's Greatsword for a while. And while I will probably go back to it at some point, I really like the Odenta because it is a katana. Stop that. Stop that. See? It's like super long handled and like really long. And it clips through my armor because of the skirt portion, but let's see. Swing. So you can use katanas on 2 jobs for maximum weebosity. It also dies because it's the upgraded version. And who would Clyde be if he didn't die at Marble Green? Although, make it stand out a little more by dyeing it like Celeste Green or something. His blade doesn't have to be exactly the color of his armor. Then again, what is color theory anyway? It's also kind of got like, you know, an iridescent spine anyway, so it's sort of like, whatever. Let's go with Celeste Green for now, because we can always dye it again later. Swing. It does kind of bother me that it's so long that it clips. In the way it sits, it clips the armor, but I am a sucker for a katana, so. I'm sure if Xenos was still alive, he'd choose it. Oh, so we just had to, even though the reasonable decision would be, hey, everyone, shut the fuck up, they're tempered. Maybe I'm dumb? No, the enthralled cannot be trusted, duh. You betcha. I kind of wish they had a unique sheath for the Odenta. I kind of don't like the katana blade being like out in the open when, you know, like samurai is forced to have a sheath. But then they'd have to, you know, constantly render the sheath for Dark Knight, which no other Dark Knight sword has a sheath, so, you know. Join your fellow scions in the Ala Mhigo quarters, and 1,000,000 allowances worth of quarters. Seems legitimate. Boy, am I glad I unlocked flying in the locks. So there was a rear entrance directly into the palace in the residential section, which we took first before we did an assault on the main gate, and we went through the main gate into the city. But if there was a back entrance into the palace the whole time, why didn't we use it to go fight Xenos and take them out with less casualties? Oh my god! But oh well. Maybe they had some sort of Imperial force field covering their ass or something. But no mention was made of it, so. Got like a resistance fighter too. We got that guy who was baying for the butcher's blood for some reason. That old guy looks like the old leader of Alagana.
Thank you all for coming. I am Lyse Hext, and I speak for the Resistance.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. No, wait a minute. Wrong.
Among you are village elders, refugee leaders, envoys from the Ananta and the Kikern. You've come from every corner of Gyr Abania to help decide the future of Ala Mhigo. But before that, I want to ask you a question.
Look at that Kikern, okay? Those things are man-eaters. They eat man flesh. Like, why did we let a cannibal in this shit? I mean, he's not technically a cannibal, but he would gladly eat anybody at this convention.
What was the first thing you noticed when you came in? For me, it was that empty throne. It has no one to sit on it now. No viceroy, no king. Would any of you like to take their place? Or should someone else sit there? Then let's sit here in a circle, as equals, and I hope, as friends.
Not the most eloquent of speeches, but it gets the point across. God, look how big the lizard lady is compared to, like, Lyse.
Expertly done. Lyse has removed monarchy as a choice early in the game, and positioned them to consider a joint government. All things considered, I would say events have got off to a fine start.
Lyse's triggered Alpha Node's politics boner.
And that is Alagana's stance on the matter.
Thank you, Ragenford. Another vote in favor. Next, let's hear from Shanti of the Kalyana. Tell us, how do your people feel about the idea of a republic?
The Ananta wish only that those who dwell within Gyr Abania devote themselves to our faith.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
You shall all worship Sri Lakshmi!
Damn Jehovah's Witness.
Lady of bliss, grace us once more with your beauteous visage!
Now, note that we let this bitch in here, knowing full well that she could summon Sri Lakshmi on a whim without any crystals. You remember the story point back at the level 67 quest, where Fordola held her daughter hostage, and then one of the skulls killed her daughter, and she just, like, briefly, instantaneously, out of, pure emotion, summoned Lakshmi for, like, a split, a few seconds, enough to scare off Fordola? She could do it without crystals, and they also didn't take her crystal headpiece. Guess there's crystals in the water.
This can't be happening. No crystals were allowed through the door.
We can worry about the how of it later. We need to evacuate these people right now, or the Primal will make thralls of them all.
It's up to us.
Yeah, you can say that again. Oh no, a giant beautiful woman. The horror! Like, I could understand if it was like Ifrit or something, like this lady being like so stupendously scared. But like, just seeing a giant woman, floating woman get spawned in is like, it's not exactly terrifying. Uh-oh, why are they resistance?
God damn it! The guards were already turned! Fools!
No, you don't!
The Kalyana would see us all enthralled.
Then they're going to be sorely disappointed. We have the Warrior of Light and Arenvold to shield us.
Aye, but they can't well defend your guests and attack the Primal, can they? We're stuck on the back foot.
I can do both.
All right, I think I have an idea. Keep these people safe, General. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Where do you suppose Lyse's off to?
Yeah, whatever she's about, you'd best make it quick.
Just how many Kalyanas did we let into the palace?
Who will be next to die on my steel?
Too many, that's how much. Yeah, my dogs are barking again. Oh look, an instance battle, how about that? Any cool dialogue over here? Head outside to prepare. Are you fucking serious? That fuck, man. Be warned, if anybody gets enthralled, then duty failed, baby. Now that cancels my combo.
I offer you peace and serenity.
Well, they canceled Serenity here. Wait, was Serenity the movie? God, I don't know why my dogs are going so crazy right now. Get that last one, buddy. Man.
I shall free you from your hate.
Damn it all! It's only a matter of time before we miss one.
Not if you speed up your movement. Oh, well, check it out. That's where Lyse went.
What of it? Do you want to kill this thing or not?
Well, I feel out of place. I should have been on Paladin. Except Clyde doesn't have Paladin leveled, so yeah, whatever. Hey, why are you back at full health? Man, I didn't even know I could do that to primals. That'd be Arn Volan for Dola should be like the frickin' Warriors of Light. It's like straight up Emperor Palpatining her into container. Lyse and Raban are staying behind to help. Uh-oh. Active time maneuver. Is it gonna be one of these press the buttons? Yep. Okay, you can let me out now. I passed the check. Just don't want it to be too easy on me. Man, the hit circle for a deflect is like absurdly bad. Of course we refuse your gift, yeah.
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
Nope. We're badass. Uh-oh, she's buffing herself like in the actual fight. If I had come on Samurai or Dragoon, she'd already be at like 1%. And you can sort of cause a glitch to happen if you take her down too fast, I think. I know I've seen people complain about it. And the only way I can imagine that happening though is being on, you know, a really, really good damage dealer and spiking her health down to like 0%. Maybe Lyse could be, you know, a limit breaker or something?
Here it comes!
There you go. It's one of my favorite instance battles. Because it's one of the very few times where non-Echo Blessed companions, if not the only time, where non-Echo Blessed companions literally go toe-to-toe for Primal with you.
We did it! We beat her!
Of course we beat her. I can't just explain the obvious. Gotta have an echo vision about it.
What is this?
I'm only gonna say this once. The Ananta just summoned their primal in the throne room. My friends are fighting her, but they need help. They need someone with the Echo, and by the gods, I wish I had it, but I don't. I told you before that you still had time, but things have changed. I need your answer now. You can end it like Xenos, or you can fight for Ala Mhigo. Your choice.
Seven hells! It's her! The Butcher!
It's done. Take me back to my cell.
You are not forgiven.
She didn't ask to be.
Not you. You I will never forgive. But I will thank you. For standing against a primal and saving us from servitude. You have my thanks.
She's gonna be okay. We didn't even need to check for it. They were literally the Kaliana. Oh, that's handy of you and your special eyes. We needed a third person with the Echo, and she was the closest stable body. Alphinaud's like, yeah, yeah, another politician. Oh, God, yeah.
A fine spot to contemplate the heavens. The meeting is over. The envoys have chosen to instate a government model on Ishgard's House of Commons, a ruling body of representatives elected by the people.
Who would have thunk it? Modeled after an Ishgard society.
It is a fair decision, and one which signals the end of my part in all this. But I would gaze upon Gyr Abania's stars one last time before I leave.
Oh, surprise, surprise. Must resist hate boner.
Forget something? Your Grace, there was no word.
Did you really seriously mistake my footsteps for a Lalafell's?
Rabun Aldin, you are hereby dismissed as General of the Immortal Flames and relieved of your seat on the Syndicate.
But, Your Grace...
Raubon, I am no longer a child. Stay here in your homeland. Work with your brethren. Rebuild Ala Mhigo.
You desire to stand alone. I understand, but remember what happened.
I remember full well the consequences of my naivety. And thus did I consult at length with the most trusted advisor ere I embarked upon this course.
She means Clyde, because that's who she consulted.
A most trusted advisor? And what of me? Am I no longer deserving of your confidence?
What trust can there be between us when you withhold the truth from me? Did you think me oblivious to the anguish in your eyes when you spoke of returning to Uldar? For years and years, we have trusted one another. Yet now you refuse to confess your heart's desire?
I swore an oath to you that day on the sands. I pledged my sword.
And it has served me well. But in Pippin you have forged a new sword, as sharp and deadly as the blade you bequeathed him. I will show you a Sultana who can wield every weapon at her disposal, including Lolorito and his monetarist cronies. So follow your heart, please. You are home. You are free.
Nanamo.
Smile for me, Raubon. I would have this parting be a joyous one.
Thank you, Your Grace. It has been an honor to serve you and Oda.
Tomorrow you will serve Ala Mhigo and fight for the good of all Eorzea. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Grace.
No. Raban really makes the deal between them, you know. He really does hold Nanamo up on his shoulders, like. Ah, I went to see Fordola again, huh? Ah, how exactly did you thank her? Yeah, sometimes women be like that. Ah, the tension, you say.
Thanks for shielding us from Lakshmi, you two. If you hadn't been there, the rest of us would be worshipping her by now.
You're kind to include me, Lyse, but we both know who did most of the work. I could scarce keep track of the battle, let alone land a telling blow. No shame in admitting it. The Warrior of Light has put far better men than me in the shade.
Did I mention that I encountered the Sultana in the palace? It would seem Her Grace has come to Gyr Abania to oversee the final stages of her relocation project. She was in search of General Oldin, and I directed her to the rooftop garden. I do hope he was still there.
Are you in the habit of gossiping about the affairs of royalty, Master Leveilleur?
You know he is. He's got a politics boner.
Certainly not, Your Grace. I was merely informing my companions.
Be at ease, Alphino. 'Twas only a jest. But I must yield the floor to Rauban. He has an important announcement to make.
As of yesternight, I have been relieved of my post in the Immortal Flames and the Syndicate both.
I shall be assuming my father's duties. And may I say that Tizona has never felt heavier upon my back.
Twould seem I am in need of employment. Mayhap one of my old acquaintances can introduce me to a mercenary company or some such.
You may be getting on in years, Father, but you'd struggle to find a band of sellswords who wouldn't snap your hand off. Your remaining hand.
Yes, the bull of Ala Mhigo need not be put out to pasture just yet.
Your Grace has developed a wicked edge to her humor, and you, Pippin, would do well not to laugh when the future may hold the same for you.
So, does this mean you're staying?
Aye. That seems to be the way of it. I would be glad to aid you in rebuilding our nation, if you'll have me.
If, he says. Welcome home, Rauban.
Wouldn't it have been, you know, dastardly O-Square if she'd held out the wrong hand?
Well, that was unexpected. Though you seem distinctly unsurprised.
Come on, man, you know me.
Either you're more astute than I give you credit for, or I'm losing my touch. In any event, one thing is certain. Ala Mhigo will rejoice at the homecoming of her dearest son.
Oh, jeez. Sure you can if he gets promoted. Oh, that's nice. I think we got enough time to go finish up this quest, and this was the end of 4.1. So as we sally forth, the next video should kick off with 4.2. Look, Clyde is still a sprout despite everything. Oh, Lyse is recovered. Hell yeah. Bah, 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 bah. We're gonna get a meanwhile in the Garlean Imperial Palace. That's usually what happens in Stormblade. It's like, meanwhile, in Garlemald. Oh, it's not a meanwhile, but let's go Setsu. The fuck? He sold his sword, huh? Oh man, that's gotta hurt for a samurai. Or she got amnesia or something? Passing strange, if you ask me. There we go. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Weird design for the interior of a palace. If you read the reports, first Doma, then Ala Mhigo, and Lord Dinos put to the sword. Do not believe everything you read. I hear the Viceroy was merely wounded, and that he has already returned to the capital. Naturally, the savages beat their chest and boast loudly of taking his head regardless. Nay, Lord Xenos lives? Deplorable that our own officers should be fooled by Eorzean misinformation. Small wonder the provinces have begun rising up in rebellion. We must prepare an official and, above all, accurate announcement to quell these pernicious rumors. They would wage war with empty words? Let them produce the Viceroy's remains, then. We shall soon put the lie to their claims. Got a white-handed individual who's doing the Arthur clenched fist meme. Wonder what that's all about. I mean, we saw Xenos kill himself, so I mean, unless that was like a very convincing act, he's just gonna wake up later in his coffin. Of course, they did tell us way earlier in the story that Asians possess dead bodies, so maybe he's been possessed by an Asian. We shall see. But for now, I'm going to call it here because we've only got like, what, like 3, maybe 4 minutes left in the recording. So, thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a good day.